Hey y'all, Chatty Cathy here. Thank you for tuning in again today. So last week we talked about skimples or pimples and eruptions. And we talked about what happens as our skin get older. We talked about what those lines on our faces could actually mean. So, what did you change? Did you change anything about yourself? Did you change anything about your environment? Please comment below. Text me if you have my number. That'd be so awesome. I want to know what you changed and I want to know how great you feel now. Please comment below also on some things that maybe you would want me to figure out and learn so I can teach you too. And that way it's probably something that I needed to know too since you brought it up, right? Thank you so much again for listening. Today, we're going to talk about the sun, and we're going to talk about tans, and we're going to talk about scars that are actually left behind. We live in Florida, okay? And let me tell you, I've been fried many, many times. Many, many times, right? And I still get out in the sun today. Absolutely. I live in Florida. I love being out in the sun, love being out in nature, okay? Your skin loves the sun also, okay? The sun warms your skin. The sun warms your soul. It makes you take a deep breath. It makes you smile, okay? But what happens to your skin afterwards and what's accumulated is called sun damage, okay? Remember, some of it, most of it, comes from your liver, from the inside out. Remember, please watch Skimples from last week, okay? So when are the safe times to be in the sun? We'll talk about that too. And I'm sure everybody knows a lot about it. Whatever you know, please comment below so we can all work together, okay? Some people say is try to stay out of the direct sun, maybe over your whole lifetime, right? Stay out of the sun, and then you won't get that cancer. You won't get that disease. Some of these things can be prevented, these little dark spots. Because remember, for these podcasts, I'm not putting any powder or anything on. This is me. I got a little bit of lip gloss on, and I have my mascara on, and of course I've already had my eyebrows done. I don't have to do those anymore for a little while because they're tattoos, right? Do you think that's true? Do you need to stay out of the sun? Okay. Especially now since the ozone is not protecting us as well because of, yes, humanity. People need to just stop arguing about that. Yes, we did it, okay, but we can change it too. So what about 2022? What do you think about being outside in the environment, okay? One of the huge things about staying out of the sun is it's bad for you. You need that big old ball of fire. You need that star's light on your skin. You need it. And remember, it takes years and years of sun exposure to make wrinkles, okay? But what else have you done in your lifetime to make that aging and to make those signs appear faster on your skin? And like I said in the last podcast, it starts in our 20s, not in our 30s and 40s now, okay? Dr. Al Sears stated that we are designed cell by cell as creatures of the sun. Virtually every organ system in our body is dependent on some sunshine for optimal performance. All plants, all animals, basically all living things need the sun. And we as humans, what he said made me laugh so much. He said, we as humans are the only ones who don't do it smartly. How accurate. Baby oil, tinfoil, when it was cold out, because I used to live up north too. Tinfoil, you get sun first. Benadine, what else do we used to put on? Comment below. Oh, yes, we did, or none at all. Still, my 21-year-old Devin sunscreen. And now I've actually found a good sunscreen that I'll be starting to use. I'll tell you guys a little bit later, okay? 60 to 70% of the food that you eat needs to have been cooked or ripened by the sun's life-giving rays, okay? In order to give you the greatest assistance and the greatest life and healthy life that you can have. You absorb the chlorophyll, which is the green stuff in the plants when you eat green plants, right? Chlorophyll is actually liquid sunshine. Dr. Bernard Jensen wrote a lot about chlorophyll. I actually take Sun Corella, and I'll put that in the description box below too. Many, many nutrients, okay? So yes, you need sunlight. You need sunlight every single day. And some doctors that I read in a couple of the books that I read said you only need it a couple of times a week for the benefits that your body needs, okay? But just know that sun damage, skin damage is also going to start, okay? And remember, it's sunburn and windburn too, okay? And I'll talk about some other things about how else you can get fried from the sun and not even realize it, okay? And usually the signs and symptoms are going to show forehead wrinkles, then you get wrinkles between your eyes. But remember, that could be eating too many animal proteins and processed foods, right? Please watch Skimples, okay? Then you're going to get your little crow's feet, and then wrinkles in the side of your mouth, and then the wrinkle here because you're smiling. Keep on smiling. Please don't ever stop that. You need to smile. It uses the muscles in your face, okay? With enough sun exposure, the skin's going to get thicker. You know, there's people with the leather skin too, and then it's going to start to sag. And eventually, you're going to have a leathery texture to your skin. So, certain times of the day, they need to be in the sun, and you need to moisturize from the inside out and the outside in. Okay, we've talked about that before. We'll talk about it again. If you're a fair-skinned person, like my little sister is, I have different melanocytes than she does, and I have darker hair. But if you're a fair-skinned person, red hair, white blonde hair, white eyebrows, white eyelashes, okay, you're going to show signs that the sun has affected you a little bit faster. And your skin will age a little bit faster than our families that have darker skin. And yes, they're family because we are all one, absolutely. Fair skin actually has less melanin in their melanocytes. We have the same pretty much number of melanocyte cells. Every human has pretty much the same, but it's the melanin that is the factor in there, okay? And I know that you've heard this before. Even if you have really dark skin or you have a tan or you have your base tan, you can still sustain sun damage and you can still get sunburn, okay? Accumulation and sunburn right away. It doesn't matter, you still can. That just means everybody needs to protect your biggest organ, right? Be careful, my friends. You always have to use some kind of protection, and we'll talk about that in a little while, okay? Some doctors believe that it is not true that the sun is the only thing that causes skin cancer. We talked about this a couple times, okay? It is also what you put inside your body and what you don't know what you're putting inside your body. It's not your fault. Don't beat yourself up about it because now you know, okay? Or it could be a mineral and nutrient deficiency that induces acidosis, which is bad, which causes the body to become more prone to disease, and that determines your susceptibility to skin cancers. And of course, to fine lines and wrinkles, right? Okay. With some people, yes, your genes are programmed to get skin cancer, but that's like 3 to 10%. That is it. That's it. Okay. Genes do not cause diseases, but genes do dictate which diseases that you could be prone to secondary to your environment. All right. I promise. I promise. But you have to do things smartly, right? So we're going to talk about UV rays. Okay, so you have UV rays. They are both damaging and they're both destructive to the skin. Okay, you got UVB rays, UVA rays. Okay, UVA rays are a little bit longer. They're both ultraviolet rays. Okay, this can age your skin. UVB rays, they're actually shorter rays, but this is what actually burns your skin. This is actually what gives you your tan on the topical layers of your skin, okay? But it can also get into the deeper layers. It can get into your tissues, okay? This type of radiation, UVB, can penetrate your largest organ. And which one is that? What's your largest organ? What we learned in the first podcast? Your skin. Right. Your first line defense, part of your immune system, part of your elimination system. So, so important, your skin. Remember, and I didn't even really think about this, but the sun damages the internal structures of your skin also. The cell walls that protect it, it disrupts your DNA, it disrupts everything else that's in the cells, okay? It messes up the melanocytes, it messes up the melanin, right? Remember, a bunch of melanin together is called a freckle? Right, okay? Inside our skin, the collagen and elastin, remember our support and our strength foundations that keeps our body upright, but it also keeps the wrinkles away, okay? These things get messed up too. These cells get messed up too, okay? And your cells are going to try to help all the time, okay? Your skin tries to repair itself. Your skin tries to help itself. So it releases the melanocytes, and that way you get a tan, okay? And usually you're going to get a little burn, even if you don't know it. So those UVB rays and UVA rays, they mess up everything. And people say, well, it's cloudy out, so I'm going to be fine. And I'm going to stand under this tree, so it's going to be fine. Or I'm just going to stay under this umbrella, and I'll be fine. Because that sun, those sun's rays are not touching me. Complete cloud cover could reduce your UV energy by 50 to 60% if you are also in the shade. Complete cloud cover could reduce the energy about 50 to 60% if you are also in the shade. I didn't know that. Okay? I knew that if you can see a shadow, you can still get burned when you think it's all complete cloud cover. If you can see a shadow, you can get burned and you can also get a tan, okay? And you can also get some of that UV light, some of that radiation that is not good for you from reflections from certain materials, okay? The sun's rays reflect off the sand on the beach. My sister got second-degree burn. She had to go to the hospital. She stayed under the umbrella, but the reflection off the sand fried her legs. You would not believe it, okay? You can still get burned. Be careful. Off the snow, off the mountains, you can still get burned. You can get burned off the reflections off the water on a lake or river or anything. You can still harm your skin. The sunlight on the asphalts on the road, off of your roof. These all reflections, you can still hurt your biggest organ, your first line of defense. Name some other things too. I didn't even think about. Please name some other things. Okay? So we all know that UV rays, the radiation from the sun, are not good for our skin. Okay? But the UV rays also do great things for our body, okay? Unfiltered sunlight regulates your appetite. I did not know that. It was said in several books I read, okay? I didn't know that. I knew that it regulates your sleep cycle, right? It also regulates your sexual functions. It also regulates your sexual functions, your water balance. It regulates your hormones. It regulates some nutrients in your body. It regulates your temperature. Even Hippocrates said that sunshine was good food and therefore it is good medicine. So UV rays do great things for us and it does great things for our earth also, okay? It turns oxygen into ozone, that blue glow that surrounds earth when you see pictures from space. The ozone, it actually protects us, okay? Our earth's protection. We gotta protect the place that we live, right? When you turn oxygen to ozone, which is a gas, it continually cleans the air that we breathe also, okay? Take a deep breath. Fresh, beautiful oxygen air. Yes. Believe that it's positive. Believe that it's clean, and it will be. Another positive thing that UV rays do, they also cause cellular damage to lesser organisms, like bacteria, the ones that we don't want in our body, like viruses, the ones that we don't want in our body. I didn't know that either. Artificial light is not the same as sunlight, just letting you know, and tanning beds are not safer than the sun. Tanning beds are not safer than the sun. One more time. Tanning beds are not safer than the sun. They actually generate more ultraviolet radiation, okay? Just go out into the sun at certain times of the day. Okay? UVB rays do not penetrate glass, so you cannot produce vitamin D through a window. We're going to be talking about vitamin D in a minute because that's so important, and it has to do with the sun, okay? And excessive sun exposure does not result in a vitamin D toxicity. Does not happen. Dr. Risch said, is it an absolute requirement for a little bit of sun to be on our skin for the production of vitamin D? Many scientists also said that also, okay? If your skin is adequately moisturized, right, and healthy, it can absorb vitamin D from the sun, okay? Vitamin D is synthesized in the epidermis, which is the top layer of our skin, under the influence of UV light. So yes, you need your sun, another reason, okay? You need your beautiful sunlight, okay? The sunlight actually reacts with the cholesterol inside and on the surface of your skin, and that helps create vitamin D3, okay? It also is created in subcutaneous tissues also too, but mostly the skin, okay? Sunlight is more crucial for the more usable type of vitamin D, which is vitamin D3, okay? The main function of vitamin D is to help maintain calcium and help maintain phosphate concentrations in the right form and in balance in our body, okay? Vitamin D on the skin results in increasing the small intestine's ability to absorb minerals and nutrients. Vitamin D helps the ionization of ingested calcium by our small intestines, which basically mean vitamin D helps us digest it. Calcium is found pretty much in all your bones and in all of your cells, okay? But calcium is also one of the most difficult elements for our body to digest and one of the most difficult elements for our bodies to absorb. So thank goodness we have that vitamin D, and thank goodness that we can absorb it so well because our skin is intact and we're outside at the right time. We need it, okay? Once some of this calcium has been broken down or dissolved in our bodies so we can absorb it, it is totally dependent on the presence of vitamin D. You need vitamin D in your intestines to be able to absorb the calcium, okay? Otherwise, calcium would just simply pass through your whole body, trying to figure out where to go, okay? Liver, kidneys, all right? Until it ends up in the kidneys being stored, okay? Now, there's other things that change the status and the concentration of vitamin D in your system, your thyroid hormones, your parathyroids, okay, your metabolism, how much calcium and other stuff that you already have in your system, how much vitamin D you can absorb, what kind of medications that you take. So there's many, many factors, but the main thing is that you need the vitamin D for that calcium to be absorbed and used throughout the body. Many, many things that calcium does too. It is very important, okay? Vitamin D also helps with cell growth. It helps with cell proliferation, and it helps with cell apoptosis. It helps your cells grow, and it helps your cells live, and it basically helps your cells die. You've lived too long. Now it's time for you to pass away. If it doesn't die, what does that mean? That's cancer. Vitamin D also boosts our neuromuscular and our immune systems, okay? Vitamin D also reduces inflammation. Inflammation and extra fluid on board is what shows in those lines in your face. That's extra fluid. Inflammation slows down so many things in your body. So you need your vitamin D, okay? And you can't get it from your food, pretty much, okay? Only few foods have vitamin D present in them, okay? And then there's foods that are manufactured where vitamin D is added to them, okay? But foods that do have vitamin D, okay, very fatty fish like salmon and cod and mackerel, those have vitamin D. There's a little bit of vitamin D in liver and in eggs. I would never eat liver again because all the toxins in every animal goes to the liver. Every toxin in every animal goes to the liver, and you're eating it. Doesn't matter. Okay? Eggs I eat sometimes. There's also vitamin D in mushrooms and vitamin D2 that you can take. Fish oils, milk, orange juice, and yogurt. These are basically all fortified with extra vitamins, and vitamin D is usually one of those. Okay? Vitamin D obtained from the sun or from food or from supplements is still biologically inert, which means you cannot use it. It has to undergo many, many things, many changes, changed into an organic form, basically, so our body can use it, okay? And of course, where does it start? Everything goes to our lovely liver, but our liver is the one that says, yep, this is a good form. Let's figure this out and get it in our body, okay? So remember, if you get your vitamin D from a vitamin D tablet or a supplement or from dietary sources, it has to go through many steps for us to use it in our body, okay? People who are obese have a little extra sub-Q tissue, or they've undergone the gastric bypass surgery. They may need larger than usual amounts and intakes of vitamin D and other supplements too to achieve their normal level. Please don't take extra or anything without letting your doctor know what you're doing, okay? Please don't take anything extra without letting your doctor know what you're doing. Even if it's a vitamin or supplement, it doesn't matter, okay? If you have more sub-Q tissue, it might be harder to release the vitamin D into your circulation, okay? If you take cholesterol medicine or you take steroids, they can reduce the absorption of vitamin D in your body. And therefore, it can also reduce your calcium and your phosphorus in your body too, okay? Your body makes cholesterol to build cell walls, to protect you, and to aid in the absorption of vitamin D. But taking cholesterol medications decreases your production of your good cholesterol. It stops you from absorbing cholesterol from the bad shit that you're eating, but it also stops your body from making your good cholesterol. And we've talked about this before. You need your cholesterol, and now you know why. It helps you absorb the vitamin D from the sun. It helps it change it to an organic source so our body can use it, okay? There are other protective nutrients for the skin too, but that, like I said, that does not mean go buy that supplement. See what's going on in your body first, okay? And if possible, don't get it from a pill. Get it from your food. Sunlight, on the other hand, another bad thing about it is it depletes your vitamin A levels in your body. So be careful. Make sure that you get adequate amounts of vitamin A if you're in the sun a lot, okay? Many foods with vitamin A in it, try to get it from there first, okay? There's also tanners that you can use from the bottle, self tanners, okay? DHA is what a dihydroxyacetone. This actually interacts with the amino acids or the proteins in your skin's top layers, okay? And it gives you that darker shade. It's going to fade within a couple of days, okay, when your skin actually starts to shed, okay? Some people actually use these and they tell me, I'm going on a cruise, so I'm just going to put this fake tan on first. So some people use this as a base tan and then they go out in the sun without sunscreen or without reapplying sunscreen or without enough sunscreen. And guess what? They get fried. Does not protect your skin at all. A tan from the sun protects your skin a little bit more, but the cover up does not protect your skin. You can put sunscreen on top of your fake tan if you want to, okay? Self tanners do not protect you from the sun, okay? I think maybe some of them could have sunscreen in it, but are you going to trust that? You need to put sunscreen over your new tan. You need to protect your new tan. You need to protect your skin, okay? And please read this, read the labels carefully. Try to get the most natural, okay? Try to get the most natural sunscreens and the most natural lotions and aloe veras too to put on afterwards. Coconut oil and aloe vera are the best things to put on after the sun, okay? Make sure that there's no extra crap in it at all, okay? Before you do your self tan, this is just something that I read. Make sure you shower first and clean up any residue, any body oils. You don't want to put lotion on first, okay? You can slough off the roughness with a loofah sponge, or you can do a dry rub beforehand to get your lymph system working. Absolutely. The smoother that your skin is before you put the tint on, the more evenly that it's going to be on top of you, okay? And you want to kind of start at the top and go to the bottom. You can put it anywhere on your body, except for you don't want to do your eyelids and your eyebrows. You don't want to put it around your lips, okay? Any bony places like your elbows and your knees and your ankles, okay? You just want to use a scant or a little amount in those areas. And also around your hairline, just a little color, not as much as you do on the rest of it. Make sure you blend it really well and make sure you immediately wash your hands afterwards so you don't have that orange flavor wherever you go, okay? I think somebody said to use toothpaste. I think I got a couple spray tans or whatever. I don't do that stuff anymore, but I think it was toothpaste that you rub on your hands. I'm not sure. Whatever you guys know, please comment below and let everybody know what we can use, okay? Some of them have scrubbing grains in too, so just find your favorite one or don't get that tan, right? Okay. You can put your favorite body lotion over afterwards. And like I said, please use your sunscreen. And you got to do it many, many times, okay? So what do you think a spray tan does to you? Very toxic, don't you think? Don't you think it would kind of suffocate all your skin cells? How fast is that going to get absorbed into your body, into your bloodstream, to your liver? Okay. You think it could suffocate your organ, your liver? Breathe. Let your skin breathe. Let your liver breathe. I'm just thinking about it, right? You are beautiful in the color that you are. Let's talk about sunscreens for a second. They're based mostly of omega-6 oils. I remember talking about fatties and oils and stuff like that. Omega-6 is the bad oil if it's higher in your body than the omega-3s. But omega-6 are the fried fatty foods, okay? Soybean, sunflower, safflower, corn oils, cottonseed oils, canola, the veggie oils, okay? These aren't good to ingest into your body, so why would you put it on your skin, right? Sunscreens have a lot of carcinogenic chemicals in there, okay? And remember, you have to keep reapplying these chemicals to your skin. They don't last, even if it says sweat-proof, waterproof, right? What did I find? They have cancer-causing oxybenzone and retinol palminate. Those are some of the toxins that increase your chance for getting cancer and skin problems that are found in sunscreens, okay? And some of the sunscreens are going to stop you from absorbing your vitamin D, right? And what's that going to do to your body because you don't have your vitamin D? Catch 22, right? The sunscreen needs to stay on top of it broad spectrum for UVB and UVA rays. Okay, it has to say both of them. Try to find a plant-based natural sunscreen. Zinc oxide is the white that you see on surfers and volleyball players. That's good to protect you from the sun, but remember what else it keeps you from absorbing. So hopefully your sunscreen effectively blocks the sunlight's UV rays. But just know, your poor little vitamin D, right? Your body needs that too, okay? Some of my sunscreen that I use is Eminence. It's my makeup powder that I usually have on. It's FPS 30, waterproof, sweatproof. They have many different flavors of it, all the way from clear, pretty much clear, so it doesn't change your skin color, to darker skin. There's like 5 or 6 different ones. I'll put the link below. I get mine at Spa.life in St. Augustine, but I'll put those links below, okay? But it's from Eminence, okay? Don't forget to protect your lips with a beautiful sunscreen, okay? What's your favorite one below? Try to find one with no petroleum in, if possible, because petroleum is actually a toxin. So you protect your face, you protect all of your skin, your décolletage, and you protect your lips. You also have to protect your eyes. So make sure that you do wear sunglasses so you don't squint as much, okay? Make sure these sunglasses wrap all the way around if you can. You saw these little old people after they get their surgeries or their eyes dilated, the sunglasses that wrap all the way around. But that helps protect your crow's feet, right? You don't want those wrinkles that fast. What are we trying to do? Not get the wrinkles. Next week, we're going to talk about quick fixes. But protect it from the sun. Protect it from the suns of the rays. And put a hat on. Hats are in no matter what is actually in. Who gives a crap, okay? Make sure it covers your whole face. Make sure it covers your back of your neck and your tops of your ears too. Those little baseball caps are good, but they don't protect your ears from the sun. Or get an umbrella. Be sexy again. Put that umbrella up. Why not? You be you. You protect your first line of defense, okay? There's some perfumes and cosmetics and medications that could make you have an increased sensitivity to the sun. So please be careful. Ask your pharmacist and ask your doctor, what are these medications going to do to me in the sun? Okay. And then if you need it for your perfumes or your makeup, turn it around. Call that 1-800 number and ask them, what are the side effects of being in the sun and having this on board also, okay? The best protection against unwanted ultraviolet light is a good tan that helps a little bit, a hat, a cover, a wraparound glasses, good UV sunblock, and staying out of the sun during those high UV ray times, okay? Always try to use natural light. Blue light that is on your phones and your computers. Get covers for your phones and computers. There's glasses that you can wear to protect you from that blue light, okay? And make sure that you moisturize from both ends. And that doesn't mean your digestive ends. That means both ends, inside out and the outside in, with water, distilled water, absolutely, and a very good lotion. And a lot of sunscreens are lotions too. Just turn it around and be careful. Make sure you don't see those 2 words that I just mentioned earlier. And I'll be looking at my sunscreens too. To receive all the healing from the sun, be in the sun early in the morning and in the evening. About 15 minutes. That's all you need, okay? Somebody said if you get too bad of a sunburn, definitely aloe vera and coconut oils are very good. If it is really that bad, sometimes you have to go to the hospital like my sister had to. But what about walking in the moonlight? Isn't that nice? Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely. So one thing that I was researching, because I do want a good sunscreen that I can wear too, it said to beautycounter.com, toxic free sunscreens. I will be looking that up. And if they actually are, that's what I'll be using. So beautycounter.com. I'll put that link below also. So now we know a lot more things about the sun. We know a lot more things that the UV ray does for us, both positive and negative. So yes, we do need to be out there, okay? But it's all in how you take care of yourself from the inside out for the most part. Just protect yourself. Do it smartly. That's the main thing that all those doctors were saying. So next week, we're going to talk about quick fixes and Botox and microderm and peels and better ways to take care of yourself from the inside out and the outside in. Thank you so much. My name is Kathy. I'm Lady Boss Lady. Love, learn, and take control. And yes, we can. And we can do it effectively. And yes, we can. Absolutely. Remember to love, like, subscribe, and share so we can get to more people. That'd be so awesome. In about 2 weeks, Chatty Cathy Short Spats is going to be coming out. They'll be different on my podcast, so you'll be able to see the difference. Just speaking my mind so you can open up yours, all out of love only. We'll talk to you very soon. Bye.